After the brutal fight in the desecrated temple, the kill team of the Crimson Carapace regroups and makes their way north, the dark corridor ahead echoing with their heavy footsteps. The stench of burnt orc flesh and oil still lingers on their armor, a grim reminder of the battles they have fought and the orc threat that still looms over Avacrus's moon. The corridor leads them to a large cavernous room, the ground filled with stagnant water that rises up to their armored waists. The murky liquid obscures their vision below the surface, every step uncertain. Brother Nursus, ever alert, is the first to activate the light mounted on his sniper rifle, its bright beam cutting through the darkness. One by one, the others follow suit, their weapons illuminating the chamber. Wading cautiously, they make their way through the room. Brother Sarpenthus spots a passageway to the east and signals the team, but after further inspection, it merely loops back to the main corridor they had come from. Frustrated but undeterred, they turn back, deciding to return in the direction of the temple. Their progress is slow but steady, the water making each step laborious. As they reach the entrance to the temple, Brother Arian's eyes glow faintly, his senescence alerting him to something ahead. He motions to Brother Sergeant Castor, who raises a clenched fist to halt the team. All fall silent, weapons ready, senses heightened. They find another passage to the north, this one leading upward, its walls narrowing into a set of stone-carved stairs. The kill team ascends cautiously, the stairs giving way to a vast, dimly lit library. The air is thick with dust, the silence almost palpable. Tomes and data slates lie scattered about, some torn apart, others untouched, hinting at the chaos that had befallen this place. The Marines spread out, their eyes scanning for threats, but it quickly becomes apparent that the library is empty. The team finds a door on the western side of the library, a rough-hewn mining tunnel branching out beyond it. Castor signals the team, and they press forward, their path now leading deeper into the mines. The tunnel stretches north until it opens up into a massive chamber, branching off into 5 directions. Bodies litter the ground, some orc, some servitors, some Skitari rangers, and tech adepts, evidence of a fierce battle. It is clear that the orcs had emerged victorious here, but at a cost. Brother Lukais kneels to inspect the bodies, the bullet holes marking some of the orcs, suggesting that the Adeptus Mechanicus had put up a desperate fight. The team notices a tunnel leading west, green light spilling out from its entrance, the air thick with a greenish haze. The bodies of orcs lie dead at the mouth of the tunnel, their skin half melted, their expressions frozen in agony. Brother Lukais examines the scene and concludes that the Mechanicus must have been mining the poisonous substance here, likely to use in chemical weapons in the future. Deciding against entering the gas-filled tunnel, the kill team turns their attention northwest, advancing down a narrower corridor. At its end stands a heavy door, a cracked control panel affixed to the wall beside it. Brother Sarpenthus steps forward, his armored fingers moving deftly over the controls, attempting to override the lock. Suddenly, a voice crackles through the intercom, weak and anxious.
Identify yourselves. Are the orcs gone?
The team exchanges glances before Brother Sergeant Castor Domitius steps forward.
This is Sergeant Castor Domitius of the Crimson Carapace, answering the distress call of Archdomina Axecra Vacul. We have purged the orcs near your position. Open the door.
There is a long pause. Then the door hisses and creaks as it slowly opens. Behind it are 2 warden servitors, their heavy bolters pointed directly at the entrance, and Skitari rangers, their rifles raised. The rangers' red cloaks sway slightly as they look upon the killed team with wary eyes.
Stand down.
A tech adept, his robes torn and stained, steps forward and regards the Space Marines with a mix of hope and suspicion.
Follow me. The Magos is waiting.
The tech adept leads the kill team deeper into the fortified room, which appears to be a workshop filled with half-finished weaponry and machinery. Tools lie scattered across workbenches, and the air is filled with the hum of servos and cogitators. They are led into a room to the north, where a tech priest, surrounded by several tech adepts, stands over a hololithic display. He turns as the kill team enters, his voice a mechanized rasp.
I am Magos Ferox. I fear you are seeing the last bastion of the Adeptus Mechanicus presence in these mines. Our defenses are dwindling, and we have lost contact with scouting parties to both the south and north.
Brother Sergeant Castor steps forward.
What do you know of the Orc forces here?
The tech priest gestures to the hololithic map.
We believe the Orc underboss, Bolsnark Tifripper, has established a stronghold to the northeast. The hololith captured several large orcs moving in that direction before it was destroyed. If you are to reclaim these mines, you must eliminate him.
The tension in the room is palpable, the tech adepts around them shifting uneasily. Brother Arian senses their fear, the nervous glances betraying their unease even beneath their augmented forms. Castor nods, his voice calm and commanding.
We will take care of this. We will rid this place of the Xenos filth. For the Emperor.
The kill team left the makeshift command post, moving northeast with determination. The tunnel ahead narrowed and darkened until they reached a massive stationary mining machine, its silhouette looming like a silent sentinel in the dim light. Two narrow side tunnels branched off, one to the east and one to the west, barely visible through the gloom. The Marines activated their low-light vision, their visors adjusting to pierce the thick darkness. Nersus moved cautiously ahead, slipping into the eastern passage and entering a large, shadowy chamber. Arian followed at a distance, his senses on high alert. Nersus paused, straining to catch the faint noises that seemed to echo from all directions, unsure of their source. Meanwhile, Castor's ears picked up the unmistakable sound of running boots approaching from the west. With practiced precision, he raised his bolt gun and called out, his voice echoing through the darkness, challenging the unseen to reveal themselves. A guttural scream of echoed from the west, growing louder with each passing moment. As the heavy footsteps drew nearer, Luques hurled a frag grenade into the tunnel, the explosion erupting in a flash that brought the Orc commando charge to an abrupt halt. Sarpenthus quickly followed, launching another grenade with precise aim, landing it near an injured commando's stick bomb belt. A frantic yell echoed from the Orcs just before the belt detonated. The tunnel filled with a deafening roar as the Orcs were engulfed in the blast. Silence settled in the aftermath, broken only by the crackle of distant fires and the faint rumble of shifting debris. Castor turned to his team, his voice cutting through the lingering echoes.
This was just the beginning, brothers. The true battle lies ahead. Regroup and prepare.
The Space Marines nodded,
Courage and honor!
their eyes steely with resolve as they readied themselves for whatever horrors awaited them deeper in the mines.